I decided to do this video because I think that it's time for me to start talking about certain things. I'm pretty sure that I was one of the first one, not the first one, but one of the first one to start talking about the 4D, the 3D, 4D, and 5D coming to Earth in a more spiritual sense, not just because of the quantum physics, not just about what it could bring to the collective as individuals, what it is the 3D, 4D, and 5D as the planet Earth, right? As others in my field, in different aspect of it, some of us start talking about the 4D, right? And trying to awake or try to help to understand what is the process now. So by that time, I remember I was able to feel everything in the moment that the 4D came to the earth, when the process that most of us went through to be able to access the 4D. And now you see a lot of people talking about this like it's part of the 5D that you can manifest and want to put it like something spiritual, just that, and you can quantum jump into different realities or your best reality. There's so many things that I feel that we want to believe, or we are trying to make sense of it, mixing different topics. We are trying to focus in the things just because it feels good. And some people in here are trying to scam you without proof or without making you feel really. I know that proof, it could be a little bit difficult, right? But again, I'm gonna give you what my experience and my knowledge so far has been giving me. I'm gonna focus in the 4D, 3D, the 3D, 4D, and 5D, the short time that I have, before we can go and move to the quantum jumps, okay? I'm not a well expert about quantum physics. I don't understand everything about it, but I can tell you my experience with it, and so far what the spirit, the higher being, and my world knowledge and my world experience has been giving me. And I will do a second part of it. So, the 3D, we all know what it is. Every person is trying to explain to you as a scientific aspect, because quantum physics say it is something physical, it's something that has to involve physics, right? But it's beyond our mind, our comprehension, and it's a lot of things that we don't really understand. That is a point, a line, etc., right? But the 3D in a more spiritual sense is the way that we can go through the energy. Is the way that our intentions, our mind, our spirit, our energy work. In a 3D dimension, our spirit, our energy in here, in this 3D dimension that physically is being proven that we live, right? The quantum physics said that we are in a 3D because of the characteristic that we have. We are living in a physical aspect, in a material form, with a body that is born to the 3D laws of a quantum physics or physics. So everything that we see is about knowing and accepting the material, the other aspects, the time, space, etc., as a place, space as a place, as something that is bigger than us. So having that physically, the 3D is our way, spiritually speaking, about learning the concept of things. It's about reaching out our full potential. It's about going through some lessons. It's about going through some limitations of the body to be able to reach our full potential as a spirit, to understand even beyond that. For that, we have the spiritual processes that I've been talking in my Patreon for so long. Two different things. So now, we are going through processes that are going to allow us to grow and expand our abilities as spirits in a body, in a confinement, or some kind of prison, right? Know that we are in a prison. We are just, I'm just trying to describe something in here. So we have that, right? So we have our body. So we are going to go through the awakenings, realizing, because we forgot, not because we came here to forget that we are a spirit having a human experience. We forgot that we are bound to certain laws in here. We forgot how to connect with our true self and be our true self. Part 3 now. Having that in mind, when you go, you have the awakenings that are going to help you remember, are going to help you how to use this body. That's the thing that we forgot, how to use this body as a spirit. We try to use our spirit like part of the body and not the body as part of the spirit. You know what I mean? So we forgot that we are a spirit first, and we are trying to make sense of this body through the touching, through the emotions, the reactions, right? So, but we go through the awakenings, the ascensions, the shadow work, the fusion, and I can keep going and going. There's so many spiritual processes, right? So, but that it is for us to expand, that it is for us to understand, that it is for us to remember, that it is for us to see the capabilities that we have up there, who we really are, that we forgot. But we're still bound to the laws of physics here. So we're learning how to, through the processes, now suddenly how to remember how to be a spirit in a body, and then how to remember to use the tool that this body is being given us to access the full capacity that we have as a spirit. So that's where manifesting and all of these things come around. But the truth is, it's not about manifesting, giving you the best life. It's about allowing you to be you in the true sense of who you are, so you can really learn everything that you need to learn. We are even not meant to come back and forward, having so many lives, but because we forget. Not as the way that we came here, as the society through eons and thousands of years has been teaching us. For whatever it is, spiritual reason, that's another topic. But now we have the 3D. If I go to the concepts of what physics told me, or quantum physics told me, the 4D is about something about time, like losing the concept of time, realizing that time is not linear, or is linear but don't have like it's not like the way that we are. And the 5D is something about the space, etc., etc. Spiritually speaking, the 4D is about the level, the awakening of the collective to a point that we are living through the spirit. We are not just accepting certain things, it's just allowing love to be the energy that it is flowing. Our consciousness will kind of be living in a way that is allowing, is making the changes, right? It's making the changes physically that we need for our body in a higher frequency. Now that we are being studying, now that we've been going through our processes, now we are allowing ourselves to be, because you're born in a specific, those that are not from the 3D, those that are not from this galaxy, this universe, we came with that. Our spirit normally have a dimension. I born in the 7th dimension. My spirit naturally up there can work up to the 7th dimension naturally, but I know that I've been growing. I know I've been doing my work, so now I can move up to the 12th dimension. Okay, up there, in here. Even that I can do it is being a challenge. I need to be going through my processes, but I know that I don't live in the 12th dimension. I know that I'm not living in the 7th dimension. I know that I'm not in the 7th or 5th dimension. It's difficult, but it will require a lot of study, not just for you to be able to manifest. So the 4D is about the consciousness. It's about how you are expressing, how we are living, realizing that things are not in the way that we've been taught, and we are going to make the changes. The earth needed to prepare. She did it, and the 4D finally arrived, but she's still going through a lot of modifications as the human is going through. The human body is going through modifications, no matter where you are standing in your spiritual process. But the earth need to be in the 4D, so allow us. So the 4D will be like a transitioning dimension for us to understand the everything that is going on physically as a 4D, and that's why it's happening, all of the shifts or all of these weird things that we've been seeing with the time. And then going to the 5D. The 5D consciousness talking about, it will bring us in a more energetic state of mind. It will be so fast living. We are going to be such in a beautiful state of mind. We are going to be living a life that is so high. It will be just about accepting, embracing. It will be love, because when we get to the 7th dimension, it will be about creation. So the 5th is really about, in the way that I see it, again, you can look for it, but the conscious mind, it will be in another state. We will not be living in the way that we are living now. All of the symptoms as a collective, all of the symptoms that we are expressing right now in here, it tells us that we are in the 4D. We are in the transformational aspects of it. I need to go and do another part of this. So, because we are a collective in here, working together, raising this, we cannot have people going so far when we have 3D people. And even that we are, some of us, maybe realizing certain things in the 5D of consciousness, not necessarily physically, because still we are bound to this body, to the laws of this earth, that physically are impossible to do. We are moving forward. So all of the symptoms that you're having is because you are becoming one with yourself, not that you are in the 5th dimension. Manifesting is just allowing you to know that you are one, that you are really in the right path, or in the correct path with your soul, with who you are, with yourself. Being able to attract things, to manifest things, to feel in a certain kind of way, to notice the energy shift and not being touched by certain things. It is because your spiritual processes, who you are as a spirit, yourself, is growing as it should be in here. Not because the earth and other things are moving in some kind of dimension. That means that we are as well in the same. But there are things that physically we are. I don't know if I'm making sense of this. I'm trying to do videos, small videos for the YouTube, for the TikTok, but you know. So, all of us, we are in the 4D because the planet is already in the 4D. We have the resistance of the people of the 3D that don't want to see there is a better way. But at the same time, we are making so many mistakes because we are accepting a lot of things and we are trying to change and not transform the things. And we are not learning from the past. Like it or not, that's the truth. At least for what I saw. So, having that on mind, we are in a 4D as a planet because physically everything is transforming, the energy is transforming, and it's being growing in this planet. That the solar flares and everything confirm that. Having the resistance of the 3D and having the fight of the people that don't want to accept that they're 4D or they're not doing the work that they need to do in the 4D of accepting, embracing, and losing all of the old concepts and habits that this planet have. Okay? So having that on mind, please remember that your spiritual process, everything that you're capable of do, it is about yourself / your soul, your spirit. It is something that you need to do regardless. And it's your own individual energy expanding and growing. That as more you grow, as more you can access, as more as you learn about your body, the tools that you have, how to access them, psychic abilities, everything that had to be the mediumistic abilities, everything that came with the body, and how you can access what you need to learn about your soul that up there is impossible for us to know. You're gonna continue making the changes, creating the life that you want. I'm gonna be talking about quantum jumps in another video. This is too much. But having that in mind, you're going to go to process because the body is adjusting, because the earth is adjusting, and you are bound to the laws of the physical aspects of this planet, the quantum physics, everything that is involved in there. That's why you are being challenged. That's why you feel that you are in a resistance. That's why you want something more. That's why you feel that is more out there. That's why you feel that you want to be this love and acceptance. But it's not about the people acceptance. It's about you, your own self, your own soul. Even that in here you have your limitations or you have your virtues. Even that in here you see yourself in some kind of way. There are universal laws that we have to follow. And you need, in here is about accepting that maybe what you've been feeling in the air, because it's part of your soul contract, is part of what you've been here to do with your light, with your work. It's not what is up there. And accept that, embrace that, and embrace that we just live in one reality, in a physical aspect in here, but we have different reality because we have different perceptions of that reality. And even that we have memories and we feel we cannot jump no, that is something that you need to create. Stop trying to cheat your way out using codes, universal codes, universal language, like code, to cheat. Do your work, and I can guarantee you that what you're gonna be able to create, it will be so much better.